Today's how to build is on a Minecraft Zombie Pigman. Just as a reminder, this is the second of 3 videos about the mobs from the Nether set. So last week I did one on the Nether portal, and next week I'll be doing one on the Ghast. So this is the official Zombie Pigman micro mob from the Lego Minecraft Nether set. It's got this pink printed head, got the decaying flesh and bones showing through, kind of gross, but Zombie Pigmen are. Got a little gold knife and stuff like that. It's roughly the same height as Micro Steve, a little shorter. So that's obviously the Pigman that most of you are familiar with, but like I did for Steve, let's do this at some other scale. So this is my sort of actual micro scale version. So that's Steve over there. So for the Pigman, I'm just using some pink plates, and these are actually, I have most of these pink plates from the old Paradisa sets from the early 90s, but I know they have, and it's actually sort of a different color pink than the normal pink today. It's more of a bubblegum pink, and this is more of a faded pastel pink. Anyway, so that's just an explanation of the pinks, but yeah, just a pink 1x1 plate, a brown, a pink, and then I have a pink tile. I'm using the pig tile actually from the village set because I didn't have a pink tile anywhere else. So that's, I think, just a little Zombie Pigman that matches our Steve here. You could also, if you want to go for more of a simplistic approach, maybe take this brown 1x1 clip and put that pig tile in it like that for another way of looking at a Zombie Pigman. That could be its pants and its ugly face. Just some different options for you for the tiny scale. But let's move now to minifig scale. So this is going to be the Zombie Pigman scale with Steve. As you may know, Lego is currently working on Minecraft sets at minifig scale, so it'll be interesting to see what they do for the Zombie Pigman. But let me pull this apart. This is sort of the key piece I've got here. This is from the website Crazy Bricks, and it is the zombie pig face. I'll put a link in the description to where you can get this piece because it's kind of perfect. If you wanted to paint parts of it gray and green like the actual Zombie Pigman, that'd be the only way to make it a little more perfect. Because there aren't minifigures really that are in pink, I'm using flesh colored for the pig here. That's what color the head I had was. So this is a Patrick torso from SpongeBob, and I've put a green arm on there and a green hand to sort of indicate the way that the Zombie Pigman has like sort of green decaying parts on it. The pants for the Pigman they have a brown waist, and then they sort of colored down below. So I put Patrick's legs on a brown waist. I thought that looked good. The other thing I wanted to do was sort of convey the skeletal nature of the torso that the Pigman has. So I took one of these over the neck pieces that puts a stud, and then I put a 1x1 clip on the front. I thought that was a way of conveying that. Put this head back on. So this head is, of course, manufactured by a third-party company. It's not an official Lego piece, but it's pretty compatible. It's just a little tight getting it on the neck sometimes, I found. Then the other thing that distinguishes the Zombie Pigman is, of course, their gold sword. This is a shiny gold sword. I believe it's from the Orient Express, or not Orient Express, from the Orient Expedition line back from the late 90s. So that was my sort of one way of doing a Zombie Pigman, but I wanted to do a couple other ones at minifig scale to show you some other options. So this one's a little hokey, but this is using what the pink minifigure pieces I had. So this piece here is actually the Space Lady from the collectible minifigure series. I turned her torso around so it just has a plain pink front, and I gave her green hands again to indicate the sort of decaying parts of the Zombie Pigman. And then these pants down here, again, I wanted some of the pattern that is on the Zombie Pigman's legs. So this is a brown waist, but then the fitness instructor's legs, again from Collectible Minifigure Series. And I'm doing the same thing on the front that I did on the other one. Get a little of the skeleton in there. Then I'm putting a zombie head on the top and putting this pink helmet that I found, or more magenta actually, sort of half over it. I thought that did a decent job of doing the same thing this does, where it's pink on one side and gray on the other. Here's a hokey sword that I built. So this is sort of the spyglass piece that comes in some pirate sets and some other things. I just put it on one of these T-junction pieces as a sort of brick-built gold sword there. It's a little closer to the scale of the sword, unlike the big one that this guy had. Let's get him out of here. So that was another way. Also, Krang from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets has this pink head, so that's an option you could use. You could perhaps do the reverse of what I did there and put this gray helmet over. I don't think that looks as good, so you could just do this this as your Zombie Pigman and maybe paint it a little bit if you want to make it look good. Again, with LEGO coming out with Minecraft minifig scale sets, probably next year, I would say maybe wait before doing too much modifications. But and then this was sort of a last attempt, if you have none of those sorts of pieces, where I took this guy who has sort of a damaged head, so it kind of looks like the Zombie Pigman face. Just a regular tan torso here, and again doing some green arms and hands with interspersed with the flesh, and doing a brown one, and giving him this gold katana, which is probably from Ninjago. Obviously not as awesome as the main Zombie Pigman here, but just some other options depending on how desperate you are to build a Zombie Pigman in minifig scale. Steve runs away. So finally, obviously this is my 3x scale Steve. So this is the Zombie Pigman I built for him. So let me take this apart and show you the pieces. So these are the pieces for the body, not including the head. So take a minute to look at those. So we're going to build this sort of top down, but it's an upside down build. So 1x1 bricks with studs on the side. I was able to find one in this new bright pink and one in white. This is going to be the top of the torso where it's kind of got the skeletal effect. And we're going to do a green 1x2 to connect them, because otherwise it'd be pretty disconnected. And then a 1x1 green and a 1x1 in pink. The torso, it sort of has a green diagonal on it, if you look at it closely. Then down here we're going to do some brown 1x1s with clips facing down. This is where the waist is. Now for the legs, I thought that this 1x2 plate with a handle on the end was a good fit, but I didn't have them in any color that actually makes sense for Zombie Pigman, so I just used the two colors that were least offensive, but we're going to cover those up anyway. So one leg I just covered up with 1x2 tile in pink. I, however, then ran out of 1x2 tiles in pink, so I then used sort of green and white, because it does have a little bone and decay showing on its legs. Zombie Pigman, as I said before, is definitely kind of gross and decaying. Can stand if you position it just right. I also just will sometimes put putty on the bottom to get it to stand. For the arms, take 1x2 in pink, 1x2 pink tile, offset it, then put a green 1x1 and a green 1x1 tile. I thought that captured again the little bits of decay that are mixed in with the Zombie Pigman's pinkness. So fit those on. And now let's do the head. So the head again is going to be built sort of upside down, but this time we're going to start at the bottom. So I'm doing a green jumper plate and a light gray jumper plate. Then I'm going to do a gray 1x2 here. Let me put those down for you. How did this go? Okay, and then pink 1x1 and a pink 1x1, a gray 1x1, and then we're going to finally connect these with a pink 1x2 back here. And then another 1x2. So that's the back of the head, which has pink and a little skeletal showing. And then on the front, we're going to do another green 1x1 there, and then this 1x1 brick with stud on the side in gray and in pink for the Zombie Pigman's eyes. So it's got pink going around and gray going around in basically the same places it has, and some green around the outline. The only downside of this sort of design is that the head can't move at all, but you know, it's still kind of creepy, decaying Zombie Pigman look. Obviously I haven't built swords of this size, so I don't have a gold sword for it. Oh, I put its head on backwards. Here we go. Yeah, that's a little better. But yeah, there's your Zombie Pigman to either ignore Steve while he walks by, or to start chasing him after Steve attacks him.